Hi everyone, this is Holly Jackson, Student Success Librarian at North Hall Library, and I'm so excited you guys are joining us for another week, another Research Tips Tuesday. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some citation basics. So what I mean by citation basics is not looking at MLA or APA or any other style individually, but just general about why we're doing it and where you can get some help for it. So let's talk a little bit about why we cite first off. We cite things because we want people to be able to find the research that we've used in our papers. And I know that some of you have done that. We call it mining bibliographies, where you take a look at an article or a book that's come out and you look at the sources that they've cited, and then you see if maybe those are useful for you. In the same way, when you write a paper, we want not only your professors, but anybody who might actually read this to be able to figure out where you got your information from. So here's some examples for you of in-text citations. There's really two forms of citations that we use in our papers: in-text and then the end of paper citations. So I pulled from three different primary types that we deal with: MLA, APA, and Chicago style. And you can see that they're all a bit different. So MLA, you've got the author's name and the page number. APA, you've got the last names and the years, and some of them are combined together. And then Chicago style actually uses endnotes. So you see those superscript numbers at the end of the sentences there. Likewise, when you look at the end citations, the works cited, the bibliography, whatever term they might use, they all look a little bit different. So MLA to APA to Chicago style. And Chicago even has two styles. They have endnotes and then they have footnotes. And those are just the three biggest ones that I usually see students using in their classes. So there's some common things between all of these. For example, if we're looking at books versus articles, you're going to want to write down the edition, the publisher for the books. Articles, you want your page numbers, your journal title, the volume, and the issue. But for both of these, and for almost anything that you'll use, you'll need the title, the author, and the date. And that's going to be important for not just the end citations, but the in-text citations as well. So these are generally the things I'd recommend writing down as you're preparing to do your citation. So who's the author? What's the article or chapter title? Or what is it called? If it's a video, if it's a dissertation, whatever type of source you might be using. Where did it come from? What's the date? Does it have a volume or an issue? Does it have page numbers that you've referenced, or did you just use the whole thing? A DOI is basically an identification number, and that's used primarily in APA, but can be useful to write down, or the URL if you got it from a web page, and if you got it from a database, jot down where that came from. And these are just a handful really of all the different citation styles that are available out there that you might see. So you've got MLA, you've got APA, you've got Chicago and Turabian, you've got the American Chemical Society, you've got IEEE, which is engineering, American Sociological Association. I mean, I can go on and on. So what you want to do is you want to learn what citation style it is that your professors want you to use, and then familiarize yourself with it. If you need copies of some of these handbooks, we're probably going to have them in the library, so come and check with us and we can either lend them to you on the spot or we can try to request them for you. So definitely let us know if you need help with these. And just a general warning, sometimes people use pictures and graphs and charts from other sources in their papers. If you're using these for a paper for a class, it's okay to just cite them. But if you're ever thinking about publishing your paper or turning it in and having it be part of a work that's published, you want to get copyright permission from whoever owns that picture or that graph or that chart, because otherwise you could be in copyright infringement, which is even more serious than plagiarism in a lot of ways. So just be careful about that. General tips and tricks about that. And last but not least, if you have questions, be sure to ask your librarians. We're happy to help you, or at least point you in the right direction if we don't know the answer. You can chat with us or email with us right now, or ask a writing center tutor. I've put the link down there, and they're also doing virtual appointments, so you can easily chat with them. If you have questions, let either of us know, and have a great rest of your day.